Sorry guys, no fun atmosphere for this video. We've got some bad news to talk about. Today 343 announced that Halo Infinite will not be launching with some features that Halo games are known for shipping with. Halo Infinite will not be shipping with campaign co-op of any kind. Not split screen, not online, nothing. Halo Infinite's campaign will be single player only for about 3 months until co-op is patched in with the start of Season 2 of their live service roadmap. And yes, that'll include split screen, thankfully. Forge will also not make launch, with it being pushed back to Season 3 of their live service roadmap, which will be about half a year after launch. In the video, Joseph Staten and Brian Gerard discussed that they were running into many issues with the production of those modes, and that rather than launch them in unpolished states, they made the choice to hold them off until after release, fold those features into the production pipeline of their live service plan, and then focus on polishing up the areas of the game that need the extra work since the release window of Holiday 2021 is not budging. On one hand, the transparency is appreciated and understandable, but this Infinite news drop left me understandably frustrated. I have friends who work or have worked on Halo Infinite. They follow me and my channel, and know that I'm not angry at you specifically. I'm angry at the situation you're in too. Nobody sets out to deliberately repeat development mistakes when making a game. It's frustrating for us all, not to mention the poor developers now who are going to have to crunch on features that they thought they'd have done by now. I think what I find most frustrating about this is that it's been over half a decade since Halo 5's release, which is kind of crazy to think about. I actually got my channel off the ground riding the wave of community irritation, impatience, and annoyance at 343's inability to match 2010's Halo reach in terms of content. I remember the excruciatingly long wait for content that Halo games normally ship with, like Griffball, Infection, Forge, Firefight, etc. The wait was made worse when Halo 5's marketing patted itself on the back about how this was free DLC and the most ambitious post-launch DLC plan ever for Halo, when in reality, this stuff wasn't new. This stuff shouldn't be DLC. This is finishing a content-incomplete game.
And honestly, I'm getting real sick of having to assess these weak launch versions of a game that will supposedly get better, Joe. Do it right at release, guys! The first time!
The reason I bring up Halo 5 now is that for half a decade, like the art style and the story complaints, one of the biggest areas of criticism that game got was its lack of content at launch, and then the long wait for features that the game should have been planned to ship with from the start. After 6 years of this feedback, lessons were seemingly not learned, and good, solid plans were not set in place from day one of Halo Infinite's development to avoid the mistakes that Halo 5 made. With Call of Duty Vanguard just announcing one of the series' largest launch lineups in terms of maps and content, Battlefield utilizing its portal system to allow past Battlefield content to be playable in 2042, a staggering amount of stuff, seeing 343 not adapt to the criticisms they got with Halo 5 and still struggling when it comes to delivering feature-complete multiplayer packages is, well, I'm sure you can probably word it better than me in the comments below. The scars Halo 5 left on the Halo community are still felt, so this news is kinda disappointing that it's happening again. We have seen management and high-level position shakeups at 343 over the years, so some of these problems that Halo Infinite is now facing, the year-long delay, Craig, and so on, were probably unfortunately ramifications of mistakes that were made at the start of production by people who were removed from the project. So it's hard to even point fingers at this point, you know? It just sucks for everyone involved. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. Let me know your own perspectives down below. I do read the comments, and hopefully everyone, the next video will be better news for the game. Damn.